Welcome back to Lexicon Labs. Here we're focusing on living with AI and how we can build apps and use AI to streamline our life and any processes that need streamlining. Today, thanks to a comment from a viewer, we are going to build an app with Gemini. If you want to build an app with Gemini, you can go to aistudio.google.com/apps. So if you go to Google AI Studio, it has a few features, but you click on the build button from the left side menu and you can get a prompt box with where you can enter the prompt to build an app. They have a few sample apps that you can take a look at and that you can modify from those from the sandbox. Now, what is the build function in Google AI Studio? It's a prototyper or a front-end developer that allows you to prompt code any app. You can have AI integration. However, this has limits with backend. If you want more backend, you can go to Firebase Studio and build more via the Google Firebase Studio. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to take this app that I worked on previously, which is called EchoLog AI, which allows you to voice log your day. It tracks history. It has AI generated reviews of your history. So this is my morning today. I folded laundry, went for a dog walk, went to the gym, mopped the apartment, took out the trash, and took a shower. And it analyzed it by saying the day began with an incredibly early and highly productive start at 5 a.m., packing in laundry, a dog walk, a gym session, and apartment chores all before 8:12 a.m. The whirlwind of morning activity cultivated a strong sense of accomplishment, leaving the person feeling thoroughly prepared and ready to tackle the rest of the day. It gives a weekly breakdown. You can adjust the categories and settings. You could add coding. You could add YouTube. And then you can add upcoming reminders, which is a feature that we're going to need to work on, and that's the point of today's video, is how we can improve this. So first, I sent some screenshots of this to Claude as a question. How about an improved version of this from scratch? Take a look at it, give me a list of 10 features that I could add. And now in Google AI Studio, you can go into the app that you've made and make modifications. But today, for the purpose of this video, we're going to build an app from scratch. We're going to build EchoLog AI Voice Journal version 2. So I asked for 10 extra features. We have sentiment analysis dashboard. It can add an emotions tracker that shows emotional word clouds, voice playback of entries, smart search with AI, goal tracking integration, reflection prompts, entry tags and filters, streak and habit tracking, monthly recap reports, entry templates, and privacy lock and encrypted entries. So I'm going to keep it simple because this is something I run for personal use, but I want to add features 1 to 9. And I want the original build to have the same features I showed you. Now, you're wondering, if we're here to code something in Google AI Studio, why am I in Claude? And the reason is LLMs are the best prompt builders. So I'm going to ask it to build me a prompt to give to Google AI Studio to build this from scratch. I wanted to make sure that all of the features that I had before I want to add the features you recommended, features 1 to 9. And I want the user interface to be improved as well as the design. One change I want to add is that you, as a user, can choose between entering via voice or text entry. So if I want to type my day and put it into analysis, I can do that. One other feature I want to add is I want to add buttons, customizable, on the dashboard for repeated tasks. Now here's the part I've basically outlined what I want here, but the next part is crucial, is give me an optimized prompt so that Google AI Studio can build this. Let's see what Claude gives me. Build a comprehensive voice text journal app called EchoLog AI with the following specifications: entry creation page, date picker, large centered microphone button, toggle switch to choose between voice entry or text entry mode. That's what I wanted. Voice mode is activated. You can tap the mic to record and real-time transcription appears. Okay. Calendar view, weekly insights dashboard with a stacked bar chart. That's important. AI generated weekly summary and new features to add. Now, this is basically what I've requested, but organized in a way that is optimized for Google AI Studio to build it the way that I want it to. We're going to click run. I'm going to let you know how long it takes. It goes into thinking mode. It's designing, breaking down, structuring the app components, outlining core features, mapping data structures, building the core journaling, implementing core features. So basically it's doing all the coding behind the screens while we wait. And I'm going to pause the video now. It's 8:23. I'm going to let you know what time it is when I restart the video. Alright, it is 8:27, so we're talking 4 or 5 minutes to build this app. So first thing is it's asking for microphone access, so I'm giving that. Journaling streak, total entries, consistency, start writing, quick actions, gratitude log, workout log, work notes. We have the calendar view, insights, sentiment, goals, and setting, just like I asked for. If you go to the code, you can see the files that it's offering. It's got app.tsx, hooks, index, metadata, all the page code services with Gemini built in, and all of these other features. Now the preview is where we can test it out. So let's just start writing. I woke up at 5. I folded some laundry. I walked the dog, then went to the gym for an hour. When I got home at 7:15, I mopped the apartment, took out the trash, and took a shower. At 8, I started making this video to show how to build an app on Google AI Studio. Let's see about the sentiment analysis. So far, it was a great morning. My workout was a bit weak, but that's okay. And let's see, analyze and save entry. Now I haven't entered an API, but All right, so it has morning routine. It auto-populates morning routine, productivity, exercise, chores, video creation. It marked the date as done. If I go to journaling streak, it has 1. So that was a morning reflection. I suppose I probably could have clicked morning reflection. Insights. Now I'm going to be adding more categories to this, and it might be at this app might be more useful for an end of day reflection. Exercise 1, work 1. Let's analyze the week. This might take a little while. Oh, there we go. Summary. Wow. It gave a full Gemini style analysis. Exceptionally early and productive start to your day. Patterns. Concrete patterns are difficult to establish. Of course, it's only a half of an entry. Master of the morning, task batching, high work ethic. How consistently do you achieve? That's great. Maybe there could be a way for me to interact with this, so that's a feature we could add. If we look at sentiment, great week, okay. Those are the words that I included. Exercise, chores, morning routine, so it's going to be looking for patterns. Let's add a goal. Let's add gym, and let's make that 7 days per week. Well, let's call it exercise because that's what the AI was analyzing. Add a goal, exercise, let's see, dog walk. I want to do that 3 times a day, so that's 21 times a week. Oh, wait, let's see if we can change it to per day. 21 times per day, 3 times per day. Add that, okay. We can add settings. We could add dog walks. We could add anything we want here. I play baseball on the weekends, so that's something that's going to come up. Baseball. That's good. Now, there's no changes to save. Now I want to talk you guys through how you can get this on a cloud-based URL. So first, you could download the app and you could host it yourself. You could save to GitHub as a repository. You can deploy the app here. And this is what I like to do for apps for personal use, to deploy the app. If you wanted to get it on like a URL that you want, you probably want to download the app and figure that out, follow the process for that. But let's just try deploying app to the Google Cloud. So you can select a Google Cloud project. You're going to need to set up billing on these. So I just have 3 projects right now. Let's set it up on my generic Gemini API. You can choose the name of your projects and click deploy app. And this usually takes about a minute, but deploy your app as a cloud run service. There we go, it gives me a URL. This is uswest.run.app. So you're not going to get a custom URL from this, but you're going to get a functioning app just like it functions in the preview. And I like to use these for personal use so far, so I haven't sold anything. But let's talk about some other things you can do, and let's test the voice input. So let's do morning reflection with voice and see if it transcribes it as I speak. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning and I went to the gym by 6:10, and so far I've done some chores, and the chores are folding laundry, mopping the apartment, and taking out the trash. I walked the dog as well. Now that I do not like, and it's a little bit less clear than the previous part. So here's what we can do if we want to improve something or change it. We can just prompt into this box down here. So I can say the voice transcription is inaccurate. Make it so that the voice input shows transcription immediately after the user speaks. Improve the transcription accuracy. And then let's see how this works. And we can talk about how these changes that I'm making now are not automatically implemented to the deployed app. So everything that I've already deployed is as it was when I deployed. So after you deploy an app, you can make these changes into this box. And if you want to, you can go into the code editor and directly edit the code. But let's see what it does here. All right, that took about 1 minute. It says it changed something in the hook, so we can click reload the app here, and we can do a morning reflection in voice entry. I have a fan on in this room. Maybe that's messing with my voice recording, but I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. and I folded laundry right away, and then I walked the dog for 15 minutes. I was at the gym by 6 and I was there until 7:10. When I got home, I mopped the floor and took out the trash and then took a shower. By 8 o'clock, I sat down here and started coding this app and making a YouTube video about how to use Google AI Studio to make your own custom app. Perfect. Now it's a lot better than analyze and save the entry. And let's look at insights. You know, it's going to be the same as the insights before because it was the same analysis. Perfect, because I ended with saying perfect. So it's looking for emotional words. So if I say it was a terrible day, I imagine it would show terrible here. Now I can, if I want to implement these changes on the hosted one, I can just redeploy the app. But before we go on, let's see about adding more changes. There's a fire truck outside. So let's see, give me 10 suggestions for how to improve this app. Don't implement any of them. And I always have to say this because I used to say, give me 10 suggestions, and then it would just automatically implement them. And let's see what it comes up with for improving this app. So this is using Gemini 2.5 Pro in this, and so it's analyzing the code, analyzing the app's functionality, and it's just going to give me some improvement suggestions. I'm guessing it's going to be some more AI integration or review. So let's see what we have here. On this day, so it might analyze long-term growth. Okay. Advanced data filtering. That's good. Correlation heat map. That's good. Audio, tone, and emotion analysis. I don't want to add that. That seems too complicated. Smart contextual reminders, notifications. Don't need that. User created templates. Customizable dashboard widgets. PDF and printable exports. Progress automation. So let's say that I like, you can choose what you like, but for me, I like number 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Please implement those changes. Let's see what happens. I'm going to pause the video and see how long it takes. It's 8:39. All right, those changes took about 5 minutes to implement. Reload the app. Let's see if it implemented them as we expected. So on this day, let's see, we have templates. That's something. Okay, today's review. Okay, so let's use a template. I think it should have auto-populated that template into there, but we can fix that. Goals are the same. Templates is the new part. Settings. Custom templates. Template title. Let's say weekday. Wake up. Gym. Chores. Dog walks. So on. Let's add this. Okay. Not sure where that went. Oh, I went to the templates page. There we go. Weekday. Settings. We can add stats. Oh, you can choose to turn on and off the visualization on the stats. I'm not sure where the stats are. Ooh, there we go. That's a new addition. Sentiment. Okay, let's ask Gemini where the stats are. So I'll just be clear here as a question. In the stats page, you can choose to see, in the settings page. In the settings page, you can choose to see stats prompt on this day, quick actions. I'm looking for stats. What page is that on? And let's see if it tells me. The stats you see in the settings refer to a widget that appears in the main dashboard page. When enabled, the stats widget shows you an at-a-glance summary of your journaling habits. So that's this part, the journaling streak. Let's see if we can add features. What other stats could we add to the dashboard? Mood and journaling habit metrics, milestones. Let's add them all. I'm going to pause the video and see how long this takes. Alright, it added these things: top activity, dominant mood, entry method. That's really neat. So again, after you make some changes, you can click save, and then you can click deploy. Use the same Google Cloud project as before, and you can click redeploy. And it deploys to Cloud Run just like it did the first time. The original URL is the same, but the loaded app is not the same. It includes all of the updates that you added before. If you like this video from Lexicon Labs, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'm especially interested in comments that have app ideas, or if you want a no-code tutorial on any of the no-coding services out there, let me know in the comments. These are how I'm planning on doing these videos is no editing, no fancy anything, just screen recordings with me talking through how I do no-code apps. I've built over 75 apps, and I plan on eventually monetizing them. So hopefully you like and subscribe if you want to follow me on that process. Thanks for watching.